caramelized onion quiche. Let me show you how I made it. Okay, so I'm going to make my quiche that I make all the time. It's really good. It's simple. A lot of the times I will make a homemade pie shell, but today I just bought some of the pastry that's rolled up. I put it in my, this is a deep dish. I put it in there. You can flute the edges. I'm not that fancy about it when I'm not using my own pie dough. I've docked the bottom. I'm gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for it to par bake. Okay, so here's my par baked crust. I left it in for 10 minutes at the 350, and now what I'm gonna do is add my filling. I use the ratio from Julia Child because she was the ultimate. So her recipe calls for 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk, cream, half and half. I've done it with evaporated milk. I've mixed them. They're all good. So whatever kind of milk you want to use. And then 3 cups of filling, which today I'm using my 1 cup of caramelized onions. I believe that 3 cups for this particular recipe is too much. I've been making this recipe for years. I used to bring it to my work for my colleagues because they used to love it. So I would bring 3 of them and we would eat them throughout the day and they enjoyed it. So it's a favorite. I've also added approximately 2 cups of grated cheese. I used old today, but you can use whatever you want. I've even just done mozzarella. I've mixed up my cheeses. I also added a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese into the filling. And we're just going to go ahead and add that into our pie shell. And then because I'm a cheese freak, I'm gonna add some more cheese on top. But this recipe is so forgiving that you can put whatever you want in it. I've done bacon, I've done ham, I've done leftover sausages, I've done leftover fajitas with the vegetables and everything. I do all kinds, but this one is my most favorite. So I wanted to share it. So now it's gonna go back into the oven at 350 degrees and I'll let you know how long it takes. Okay, so what I want you to notice is that it is like puffed up. So I wait until it's puffed up almost completely across. If you leave it long enough, the center's going to be cooked. If you pull it too soon, the center won't be cooked. So it's really trial and error. And at this point, also you can put a ring, like a protectant, a pie ring around it if you don't like the crust to get too brown. But I personally like that part of it. If I was taking it somewhere and it wasn't me just having it here at home and I used my pie dough, I would have put a ring around it just to protect it from getting overly brown. And then this needs to sit until it's almost completely cool. So we're gonna let it sit for 20 or 30 minutes. And this is like a stoneware pie dish. So it does take quite a while for it to cool down. But really it just needs to set long enough before cutting. Because if you cut into this now, it's like lasagna. It's gonna just run all over the place. You need to have some patience and let it set up. Okay, so the quiche has been resting for a half an hour. So I'm just gonna cut a slice. first one's always the hardest to get out, and it might break. Okay, so there it is. It didn't come out too good because the first one, like I said, is hard to get out. And the second one, I'll use a flat spatula and I'll make sure that I come down the sides and pick it up from underneath. And as it cools, it's gonna even get easier to lift. So I'm gonna eat this now, and then this is gonna cool down, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge. I'm gonna cover it with saran, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge. And I'm going to, there's a bunch of ways that you can warm it up. If you're in a hurry, you can put it in the microwave, but it doesn't taste the greatest, in my opinion, after it's microwaved. What I like to do is I like to put it in my air fryer. It warms it up, it toasts up the crust, and it's absolutely delicious. So my husband doesn't really care for this that much, so I'm going to be eating this whole quiche myself. It's probably going to take me 3 or 4 days, but it's going to be one of my meals go off and on. So that's my onion quiche, and it's absolutely delicious. Give it a try.